All right, let's talk about scenes and really feeling it real. This is from a post in the group today. Ready? Every day before falling asleep, I imagine telling my best friend that I went to college and I had a great time there. And then I went to my dream job, which was also amazing. But while playing this scene in my head, I am not able to feel anything. How can I change that? Cool. This is so good. I'm a massive fan of Joseph Goddard. I am a massive fan of Victoria's Yum. And this is where Victoria's Yum meets Joseph Goddard. Ready? I want you to have today manifesting. Today wins. I really do. See, one thing I notice is long scenes about a long time from now. They just feel long to me. On the other hand, Victoria's Yum. It's overwhelming. Today we're having lamb stew. I made the yummiest lamb stew. By the way, it's still cooking, but you can tell right there I'm already experiencing I made the yummiest lamb stew. How do I know I did that? I've experienced what I experience when I hear Victoria's Yum. It's an inner feeling, it's a knowing, it's a celebration, it's a surrendering to. It's a, what do we talk about on the Pearl calls? A thrill is sent through divine being. By the way, if you watch our little lunch shows, you'll hear that thrill going through divine being. Her yum. My experience of it. It's live. We do it every day for a reason. Not that I'm going to show off that I eat flesh every day. I love eating food and what food eats, right? I love eating food and defenseless little vegetables. I also love having a sense of humor. But you'll notice what I do. I hear something that takes just a second. Yum. And I have an internal experience, my experience of her yum, that implies the meal is delicious. You get that implies a lot of things. Meanwhile, that's something you can feel. You feel things in an instant. When you watch a good comedian, the belly laugh doesn't take a while. It just shows up. Boom, in the room. There's a reason why we talk like that. Right? Boom. It shows up like that. Now here's why I love Joseph Goddard. Remember, this is where Joseph Goddard meets Victoria's Yum. Ready? Before I get out of bed. By the way, let me know if you think I should do a little course on this. I talk about it a lot. A lot of people keep missing the basics. I really think me doing a little course on this just might be a course to do. Meanwhile, before I get out of bed, 5 to 10, 6 to 12, I nail them. Because if I don't nail them, I get nailed. You're imagining something anyway as you wake up. The first thing I really imagine is being in the state of active imaginer. See, most people wake up and they let their brain run everything. The brain is not designed to lead. The brain is your think-you-do thing. It's a little box inside the huge hotel of you. See, how you think and what you think is determined by your state, just like how you see and what you see is determined by your state. The state of loving teacher thinks about things differently than the state of loving puppy dad. Got it? Now here's what's cool. As soon as I see a puppy, oh wow. See, I talk to strangers all the time when we're out walking, because they've got dogs and I'm a loving puppy dad, and I can't help but just say, oh, did that puppy. I did it before we had puppies, to the point where we were given two on separate occasions. And it wasn't the talking to the puppies that mattered. It was me surrendering to look at that puppy. Right? I'm just a puppy dad. That's what I do. I love dogs. It's like when I see Victoria. Right? How I see Victoria is determined by my state of loving husband. Ooh-ha. Let's go out into the kitchen with her. Let's make coffee together. See, these little tiny things. So here's what I notice. You're making movies. We made a whole series of shows on this, Scene Creation Secrets. You're making movies instead of experience a snip. It's got to be quick. Victoria's Yum. By the way, here's how I'm imagining that the podcasts were great today. Ready? Dear Mr. 2020, I'm on day 3 of ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. I'm imagining reading this. How do I feel whenever I see those words? I joined the course because, I listen to the podcast all the time. I thought it was time. Dive deeper. And then they answer a couple other questions. But I don't imagine reading the whole email. I imagine what would I experience seeing another new kid in ManifestingMasteryCourse.com because of what the podcast is giving to them. It only takes a second. I can do it with one sip of coffee. I'm drinking that sip of coffee while seeing your email because you're loving ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. All right. And that happens every day. Meanwhile, ready? If you got gold, easymanifestingmethods.com. That's the little freebie thing. Go there, have fun. Number 2, right? 2be-do. ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. You can start that anytime. I suggest you do it today. It takes about 15 minutes a day. $97, 90-day program. How fast can you surrender to $1 a day not being much? How much can you surrender to writing your success stories? To us. Hoo-ha. And finally, DreamDrivenDay.com. The course starts August. We might run another one in October. I'm taking a break from it. I took a month off from running it in July here. We're going to run one in August. Then we're going to take a break. We might run one in October. We might wait till 2023. I've got so many projects I want to run with. So, I wouldn't delay I wouldn't delay anything. You can hear how much I delay. Anyway, don't imagine someday, don't imagine I went to college, I've got the dream job. See, that's all someday seen, long thing, telling your friend. It doesn't feel real because it's too far, it's too long. Start nailing daily wins, and you'll get why I suggest that, because this will change big time when you start nailing those little daily wins. And remember, this is where Joseph Goddard meets Victoria's Yum. Have a lovely day. See ya.